A Waxhaw woman is sharing her story. She says she was drugged and sexually assaulted on vacation in the Dominican Republic in January. She told me that she went to Punta Cana to ring in the new year, but it turned into a nightmare. Now, typically, Channel 9 does not identify sexual assault victims, but Angie Jackson told me she feels it's important to warn others about her experience. First, we have to let you know that some might find the details in this report disturbing.
It was a getaway trip.
It seemed like the perfect vacation.
I love all-inclusive resorts. I love just hanging out by the pool and the beach.
Angie Jackson was enjoying the Dominican Republic.
I was having a really good time.
Then one night, her friend went to bed early. Angie says she stayed downstairs to watch the entertainment.
I had a glass of wine. They would come and wait on you and bring it from the bar. And that last show, this is the last thing I remember. The next thing I remember, I was landing on the ground from a car.
Jolted awake when her knees hit the pavement. She says she was dumped in an alley behind the hotel.
My dress was soaked with blood.
She was rushed to the hospital.
I was told by them that I had been brutally raped with either metal or glass.
Angie says she asked for the police, who did not show up until the next day, did not speak English, stayed just 10 minutes, and did not take notes. Her body started swelling. The doctor told her she might not survive.
And I said, I can't be here. I can't die here. And I just want to get back to my kids so bad.
That's when she says they started pressing her for money.
He said that I needed to do more transfusions, but that every transfusion was $1,000. And I'd already burned up $8,000, and that I needed to pay that before I could get any more. And I said, I don't have $8,000 cash just laying around. I'm a single mom.
Angie Jackson says she drained her kids' college fund and borrowed money from relatives and friends to pay the bill. Then, despite the doctor's warning that her life was still at risk, she boarded the next flight, anxious to get home. After getting back home to the U.S. and talking to officials at the U.S. Embassy, she was pointed to this, a travel alert for tourists about the DR, which has a threat level 2. It warns rapes and sexual assaults have been reported throughout the DR, including at major resorts and hotels, and that U.S. citizens have been targeted with date rape drugs. It also warns of the country's weak criminal justice system. Now, Angie plans to constantly tell people to be cautious, too.
Just always watch where you're at. Always watch where you're at. They have online websites that will show you what the threat level is of a different country. You know, if it's 2 or higher, don't go. Don't go. It's not worth it.
Now, we chose not to name the resort because, according to the warning from the U.S. State Department, crimes like this are widespread in the Dominican Republic and not isolated to one hotel. Angie Jackson says the U.S. Embassy there told her for a criminal investigation to take place, she would have needed to stay in the country and work with local authorities. But she said she was so traumatized and just wanted to get back to safety in the U.S. A State Department official has confirmed to us that they are aware of this case, but they couldn't comment further.
I just feel so badly for her. She's there going through all that all alone. She did raise to you a lot of questions, I know, about how everything that happened and how it was handled. And she kind of feels like all of it might have been orchestrated somehow.
That's right. And there are a lot of things we're still investigating with this case. We've contacted the resort. We contacted the hospital and the police in the Dominican Republic. And as soon as I have more answers, of course, we will share those with you. But the bottom line here is she wants others to check those travel warnings in advance, no matter where you're headed. We've posted how you can do that inside our WSOC-TV News app. And coming up tonight at 11, more on protecting yourself and your family when you travel, and how Angie Jackson and her friends are now helping sexual assault survivors right here at home. That part of the story tonight on Channel 9 after the NFL draft.